Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Remember TikTok? That app where teenagers dance and lip sync like nobody's watching? Yeah, it's also where grandmas share casserole recipes and dogs wear funny hats. Basically, it's a global phenomenon. But guess what? The United States government isn't exactly thrilled. In fact, they're thinking about banning it altogether. Why, you ask? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're diving headfirst into the wild world of TikTok, international espionage, and maybe even a new Cold War. It's a wild ride, folks, so hold on to your hats. So, why is the United States government so keen on kicking TikTok to the curb? Well, they're worried about your data, folks. See, TikTok is owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance, and the United States government is concerned that the Chinese government could force ByteDance to hand over all that juicy user data. We're talking about your personal information, your browsing history, even your deepest, darkest secrets. Like that time you accidentally liked your ex's post from 2018. The United States government argues that this data could be used for all sorts of nefarious purposes, like spying on United States citizens or spreading propaganda. But hold your horses, Uncle Sam. Before you pull the plug on TikTok, let's take a moment to consider the real impact of such a decision. What about the millions of TikTok users and creators in the United States? These are not just numbers, these are real people with real lives. A ban would be a major bummer for them. Imagine waking up one day to find that your favorite platform, the one where you express yourself and connect with others, is just gone. For many creators, TikTok is their livelihood. It's not just a hobby, it's a full-time job. They spend hours planning, filming and editing their content. They earn money from sponsorships, brand deals and even TikTok's Creator Fund. This income supports their families, pays their bills and allows them to continue creating content. A ban would cut off their income stream and silence their voices. It would force them to start over on new platforms, losing years of hard work and their loyal followers. And what about the users? TikTok is more than just an app, it's a community. It's a place where people from all walks of life come together. TikTok is more than just an app, it's a community. It's a place where people connect with friends, share their creativity, and escape from the real world, which, let's face it, is pretty bleak these days. It's a source of joy, laughter, and inspiration. It's a place where people connect with friends, share their creativity, and escape from the real world, which, let's face it, is pretty bleak these days. It's a source of joy, laughter, and inspiration. A ban would rip apart this community and leave a giant, algorithm-shaped hole in many people's lives. A ban would rip apart this community and leave a giant, algorithm-shaped hole in many people's lives. So before making any hasty decisions, let's think about the real people who will be affected. Let's find a solution that protects national security without destroying the lives and livelihoods of millions of Americans. The TikTok ban hasn't exactly been a walk in the park. It sparked a whole legal and political showdown. TikTok has sued the United States government, arguing that the ban is unconstitutional and based on flimsy evidence. They say they've never handed over user data to the Chinese government and they have safeguards in place to protect user privacy. Meanwhile, politicians are busy grandstanding and using the TikTok ban to score political points. It's become a partisan issue, with some politicians supporting the ban and others condemning it. It's a whole mess, folks. Section 5. Echoes of Huawei, a pattern of bans. The story of TikTok's potential ban in the United States is eerily reminiscent of another high-profile case that shook the tech world not too long ago. This whole TikTok saga sounds familiar, doesn't it? It's like déjà vu for those who remember the Huawei controversy. The app, which has become a global sensation, is now under intense scrutiny. That's because it's not the first time the United States government has gone after a Chinese tech company. Remember Huawei? The telecom giant faced a similar fate when it was accused of posing a national security threat. The telecom giant was effectively banned from the United States market in 2019 over similar national security concerns. The US government argued that Huawei's technology could be used for espionage. The United States government claimed that Huawei's equipment could be used for spying by the Chinese government. This led to a series of actions that severely restricted Huawei's operations in the US. Huawei denied these allegations, but the damage was done. Despite their efforts to clear their name, the ban had already taken a toll on their business. The ban crippled Huawei's business in the United States and sent shockwaves through the global tech industry. It wasn't just a blow to Huawei, but a signal to other tech companies about the potential risks of geopolitical tensions. Now it seems like TikTok is next in line. The popular app, known for its viral videos and massive user base, is facing similar accusations. The question remains, will TikTok meet the same fate as Huawei, or will it find a way to navigate these turbulent waters? Section 6. A new Cold War, technology on the front lines. In today's interconnected world, technology is not just a tool but a battleground. So what's the bigger picture here? How did we get to this point where technology is at the center of global tensions? Well, some experts believe that the TikTok ban is part of a larger geopolitical struggle between the United States and China. This struggle isn't just about one app or one company. It's about control over the future. They argue that we're witnessing a new Cold War, but instead of nukes and proxy wars, this time it's all about technology. The stakes are just as high, if not higher, because technology permeates every aspect of our lives. The United States and China are the world's two biggest superpowers, and they're locked in a battle for global dominance. This isn't just a political or military struggle, it's an economic and technological one as well. Technology is at the heart of this rivalry. From smartphones to satellites, every piece of tech is a potential weapon in this new kind of war. Both countries are racing to develop cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence, which could revolutionize industries from healthcare to defense, 5G, which promises to connect everything from cars to cities at unprecedented speeds, and quantum computing, which could break current encryption methods and create unhackable networks. They see these technologies as essential for their economic prosperity and national security. The country that leads in these areas will have a significant advantage on the global stage, and they're not afraid to use them as weapons against each other. Cyber attacks, espionage, and digital propaganda are just some of the tactics being employed. This new Cold War is being fought in the digital realm, and its outcome will shape the future of our world. Section 7. The Digital Iron Curtain. Is it about security or power? The TikTok ban raises some uncomfortable questions about the future of the internet. Are we headed towards a world where the internet is divided along geopolitical lines? Will we see a digital iron curtain separating the United States and its allies from China and its allies? And is the TikTok ban really about security? Or is it about something else entirely? Is it about protecting United States citizens from the Chinese government? Or is it about maintaining United States dominance in the tech world? These are tough questions, and there are no easy answers. Section 8. The future of TikTok and United States-China relations. So, what's next for TikTok? Will it survive the ban, or will it become another casualty in the United States-China tech war? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the TikTok saga is far from over. It's a sign of the times, a harbinger of the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead in this brave new world of technological competition and geopolitical rivalry. It's a wild, wild west out there, folks. Hold on tight. Section 9. Conclusion. The TikTok ban is a complicated issue with no easy answers. It's about more than just one app. It's about the future of the internet, the balance of power between the United States and China, and the very nature of freedom and security in the digital age. It's a story that's still being written, and it's one that will have profound implications for all of us.